Hi, this week's Torah portion is Vayakel, Exodus chapter 35. The portion is largely a repetition of what we saw in the last 3 weeks about building the traveling tabernacle in the desert. One thing that's strikingly different is that at the beginning of this week's portion, we have a couple of lines about Shabbat. There's one line that says, 6 days may work be done, but on the seventh day it will be a day that's holy to you. It will be a day of complete rest for the Lord. So the commentaries wonder, why are these few lines about Shabbat opening up the portion that's all about building the traveling tabernacle? And some of the commentaries say it really comes to teach us that when you have these two very important things, observance of Shabbat and building this tabernacle that's a holy place to serve God, that ultimately Shabbat takes priority. Shabbat is more important. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel says beautifully in his book called The Sabbath, he talks about the uniqueness of Sabbath and about holiness and time. He points out that during the creation story, in chapter 1 in Genesis and the beginning of chapter 2, that Shabbat is the only place where we see the word holiness used. The word Kodesh, holy, is used only with regard to Shabbat. And that really reflects how important that holiness and time is. So that's perhaps one expression about why Shabbat is so precious, and we see really the contrast of holiness in time and holiness in space. Have a great week.